Committee on Parole is called to order. Today's date is May 22nd. My name is Danny Barra, serving as your chairman today. Can you hear us down there?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. My colleagues on today's panel are Ms. Stapleton to my left and Mr. Prater on Zoom. Our panel is convened at the Baton Rouge headquarters, and our remote location is at the Caddo Parish Correctional Center. Any staff there, would you please introduce yourself for the record at Caddo?
Yes, Captain Bobby Herring.
Thank you, Captain.
Deputy Davis classification.
Thank you. We also have Mr. Darian Adams. Would you please introduce yourself with your full name and DOC number for the record?
Darian Land Adams Jr., DOC number 626352.
Viewing your paperwork, it was determined at your preliminary hearing that you are not eligible for appointed counsel because you can read, write, and understand the nature of these proceedings. So based on Supreme Court guidelines, we're going to proceed under those same situations. Do you see the paper there on the screen? Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, let's move forward. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read you the violations. You have 3 violations against you. I'm going to read the violations and ask you to say whether you plead guilty, not guilty, guilty with a statement, or not guilty with the statement. If you want to explain either way, you get to explain. And then we'll turn it over to Ms. Stapleton, who's the lead person on your case today. So looking at it, number 2, it says, in December of 2024, Texas Parole reported that you absconded parole supervision and that your whereabouts were unknown. Louisiana parole warrant was issued on December 19th, 24, for the ICOTS violation on 11/18/24. Texas Parole advised that you had moved from your listed address. On November 12th, 24, Texas Parole advised that you left the state of Texas and returned to Louisiana without Texas Parole permission and never returned. How do you plead to that violation number 2?
Guilty.
All right. It's been alleged by the Shreveport Police Department that you failed to refrain from criminal conduct by committing the acts of possession of marijuana and multiple traffic offenses. On or about March 15, 2025, you committed the new misdemeanor offense of possession of Schedule 1, 2 counts. On April 11th, 25, you pled guilty to possession of marijuana in Caddo, docket number 407573, and were sentenced to time served. How do you plead to that violation?
Guilty.
And you were also arrested on November 3rd, 2024, for possession of marijuana greater than 14 grams, no driver's license, expired vehicle license, and you bonded out, and a warrant was later issued for failure to appear. You pled guilty in Caddo and were sentenced to serve time served on 3/21/25. How do you plead to that one?
Guilty.
Okay, I'm going to turn this one over to Ms. Stapleton, and she'll see what else you have to say about those violations.
Well, sir, you know that you violated your parole, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And the consequences would be that your parole would be revoked, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Have you taken any, while you've been in jail, have you taken any drug, substance abuse courses?
No, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to recommend that you be able to take those because clearly that's one of your problems, and that's a serious problem. Is that something you would want to be involved in?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it wouldn't be a waste of time is what I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in a recommendation that you be allowed to attend a substance abuse course. All right, and I turn it over to my colleagues.
All right, Sheriff Prater, you have any questions? I have no questions. We have no people here in support. We have no people here to testify in opposition. So the board is ready to vote. We'll begin with Ms. Stapleton.
Okay, so today you revoked because you pled guilty to criminal activity you knew that you were doing and absconding. So that was condition number 2, 4, and then 4 again for a second things. So for that reason, I'm going to revoke your parole today.
Mr. Prater?
Concur.
And I concur with them too. Mr. Adams, today your parole has been revoked. This concludes our business at the Caddo Correctional Center. Good luck.